Greetings, welcome to the StrangeNet. My name is Ojel, I am, have been, and always will be your very own stranger. And let's return to Martinez. Where I don't remember what I was doing last time. Aside from, trying to find a fucking fridge. I really don't want to talk to Kuno. Let's see if he can help out. Hey, Vay.
Fuck does Kuno care? For the fuck imp. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing.
I thought you would. Where is it?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
Fine, Kuno, don't help me then.
Wasn't going to.
You can't turn Kuno into a little popo man.
Kuno doesn't.
Rhetoric, I believe I have something for that. Apparently I don't. Any of my things still ticking? Let's come back to that later then. I am not trying that, not trying that either. Why am I'm not kicking the fucking trash container, not starting a fight. What's this knick-knack stand? Yeah, well, Valent, I'm a more mechanical person than you are.
You see two lowly, defeated.
I can see you but taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Alright, what's with the sneakers?
The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super rare, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Jesus, Sealing.
Only? That's madness. Fun, ultra, wear the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine?
Those are some good sneakers, though. What about the speakers?
Have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable Faun Ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
But I already looked at the sneakers.
Then look at them again. These are the premium lifestyle sneakers, officer. The best on the market.
Alright.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
I should probably not be spending money like that. Does this UI tell you anything about where these things are? Oh, it actually does. That's Fritter then. If I remember correctly. And also if I don't.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
Yeah, I don't want the raincoat. Oh well, it's probably a distraction. I mean, it's most definitely a distraction. Lol. Book about Pate. Book. You don't understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. Boyadero culture. Government reads your mind using radio technology. Memorize the title seems important. Alright then, Harrier. It's fine. Alright, let's go talk to Joyce again. Probably to the chagrin of Kim, but oh well. And we can paint the wall when we have some more permanent housing.
Good. What can I help you with?
Do you know something about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Why? How is you looking at a photo tied to the lynching?
Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
That's not suspect. Fuck it, I've got some more questions about reality.
Lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
You said pale. What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
Okay then.
The lieutenant glances at you from the corner of his eye. You could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here, unless you can convince him to step aside.
Apparently Kim does not want to talk about
Had to
that.
have been of assistance.
That's interesting. Well, why not? Unless he's just really tired of me talking to Joyce, which is possible, I guess. So... That's not happening. So, now what? I really don't want to buy another book.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker.
Can I turn the headlights on again?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I don't think I can. Tap. You know what? I should probably have had this conversation earlier, but
Yes?
I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I really don't remember anything. There was drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
I mean, I know what the answer to that is, but so what should I concentrate on?
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
Fine.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
Okay, forget it.
Passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Tell me about the case
What do
again.
you want to know?
Now that we've inspected the scene, I want to know more about this pissing competition you mentioned.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary, somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are two columns. One says cases solved, the other confirmed kills.
What's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Let's close my eyes.
The rows are endless.
Look for Precinct 41.
Jean Vicmer, Judith Minot, a special consultant. What was his name? Then the rows degrade into green nothingness.
I wonder what this says about me, that I was sent by my station.
It's all part of the master plan, you see.
I'm gonna leave why I was sent unspecified.
The silence carries.
So you volunteered to spoil it.
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
You know what, Kim? That's
Yes,
That's
it's
fine.
a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
okay. Put on my logic glasses. Oh, no. Talk to Kim.
Yes?
Why did the 41st send me?
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to slight Precinct 57.
Yeah, that makes more sense than the other stuff I thought of.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my precinct sent me on this case because I'm a fuck up, like as a joke?
I've considered.
Hey, elusive. So it's true.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Are you pulling on me so elusive?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Oh, you've started the Library of Babel mod. I've heard of it by tangent, but I'm not much of a modder. Anyway, good luck, sir. So you are their finest.
I am the finest of nothing.
Do you really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there.
Damn, motherfucker just called me old.
So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Damn, Kim. Find someone who believes in you like Kim believes in Hattie. So Miss Messier does not want to talk about it until we solve the lynching, which is not ideal. Who else would even know about this? You know what? Weird idea. Let's talk to Measurehead and Manana.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
That's not helpful. Excuse me, Ink Boy.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
I don't want to subscribe to his advanced race theory. But also, he doesn't want to talk to me about that. That's unideal. Sir, do you know anything about it?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting? What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Routine. Oh, shit.
Caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Curiosity, going to figure out the strike.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems a more brutal, cunning, and suspicious person. Just that much. Or you just might be paranoid.
Already got that. I'm more interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
I'm just gonna leave. Well, that was useless. Alright, what's up with you? I'm just collecting, dialogue trees at this point.
Welcome to Rivachol.
This man looks like trouble. You might not want to get into this right now. Plenty of time later.
Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture. while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Is he trying to out-racist them? What?
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Alright. Where did all this come from? You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
He's right. You're undermining our best shot at real self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
I'm not pointing fucking finger guns at Kim. Jesus Christ. Well, I think we all learned something here.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
What are you hauling?
Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
Yes.
Not much anymore. I'm here. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges. Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular Koiko picked apples.
Hey Jan, how are you?
Koiko may be another derogative for a person from Grad, you think.
Oh, so they grow apples in Krad?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
Well, I hope I can bore you to sleep, Jan.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
I'm alright. Yekokata is not in the south, and they definitely don't grow apples.
Yeah? Says who?
It's literally in the name Zone of Ecological Catastrophe.
Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere, except their own homes.
That just sounds like they... You know what, I'm not finishing that. You keep saying koikos. What does that actually mean?
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk, those degenerates from Grad.
Okay, so it's an ethnic slur.
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
So can I see the apples?
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose in them, huh?
Valen, there's a certain... I don't know how to explain this. There's a certain... There's a certain ethnicity this could be a reference to, is how I'm going to say it.
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
We're done for now. I'm gonna have to buy a fucking Dick Mullen book, aren't I? Because I'm not buying that fucking tabletop game. Jesus Christ, we don't have the time for that. What happens if I try to read the Man from Hell? Yeah, but I need something that actually burns time.
A lot of people have read about that.
Flip through the book.
His arms were good God. You flip to the copyright page. This book was written in 38.
Oh shit, gritty and heroic.
Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Yamdala tribe. From
Give me more. Onward. Holy shit, this is so me.
Thine spell, I have grand plans for you, man from Hyamdal. She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. First, you shall please me. Then lead my armies against the vicious cannibals. Not a muscle moves in the face of the man from Hyamdal. Yet inside, there is turmoil. This goes against all he holds sacrosanct.
Wow, this
In
is
the final
epic.
pages, man from Hyamdal mounts Galavarin, his mighty griffin, and turns his gaze to the horizon. Queen Lydiana is dead, but an army of cannibals is storming the gates, and still there's no word of trusty Tyribald. To find out what happens next, you'll have to pick up Man from Hyamdal and the Three-Eyed Skull, available in fine bookstores everywhere. Spring 39.
Alright. Are there really?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Storky, what board games do you have here?
Sir, The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
I don't feel as if I have any kids.
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
It's kind of steep, but I did already pay the... Did I already pay that? I'm gonna check that real quick.
Can I help you? You're already set for the night.
Alright. That's that then.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
The economy of this place is kind of in a weird shape. Considering that a night at the place maybe? Anyway, I want to buy the Suzerainty game.
Wonderful choice, sir. A wholesome family game.
Wholesome, she says. Do you, Valent? Do you? What are you talking about? Let's interact with the game.
You hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic. The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work. The exact location and time period are left deliberately vague, but it's clearly meant to represent the economic relationship between the Revacholian suzerainty and its many vassals.
Let's remove the wrap.
The plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance.
Thank you for that very specific simile.
There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components.
Let's read the rulebook.
Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel.
Let's keep reading.
The instructions are opaque at first and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout. You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points.
How do you accumulate victory points?
That's where the suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource. Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers. They may then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol. As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for Beginners.
Let's read the advice.
Remember, there are many paths to victory in Suzerainty, but successful players will find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly.
How is the winner determined?
The actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendices required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now.
Examine the components.
You open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be punched out before you can play.
Let's check the tokens.
In addition to the worker and building tokens used by each player, there are also several piles of colorful resource tokens, each representing one of the game's 4 principal resources. From the Empire of Safre, orange apricot tokens. From Ilmarat, the ancestral name of Ilmara, grey marble block tokens. From the Semenine Islands, white sacks of sugar tokens. And from Supramuindi and Sarah Maritza, magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves.
Jeez.
Oh, those are nice.
Huh. Punch out the cardboard pieces one by one.
Each cardboard token makes a satisfying ch as you pop it out. Soon, a neat pile of cardboard coins and counters has accumulated before you.
What? You're not going to offer to let me punch any of them out?
You hold the open game box before you.
Hey Kim, wanna play?
The lieutenant looks over the rulebook before he sees something that makes his eyes go wide.
Holy shit! The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6 hours. I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time for a game.
Oh fuck, I need suggestion.
The suzerainty box is heavy and slightly awkward in your hands. You give it a light shake and feel the pieces shift around inside.
Alright, here goes nothing.
What? Does the lieutenant hate fun? Is he the fun police?
Oh god, why? Who died and made you the fun police?
The lieutenant gives you a sour look. He may or may not hate fun, but either way, he does not appreciate your attitude.
I'm sorry, Kim. Let's try again.
What is detective work if not an elaborate game? You need logical inference, attention to detail, the ability to analyze your opponent's motives.
Come on, it might help us think of more creative solutions to the games.
I do feel like my thinking has become somewhat rigid. Maybe a little diversion to keep the mind limber is just what's in order.
I hope this doesn't actually take 6 hours, though.
See? He's doing the hard work himself. All he needed was a little nudge.
Thank you, suggestion.
Alright, you've convinced me. How do we play?
I read the rules already, I'll show you.
You explain the basic setup procedures to the lieutenant, who seems to be a quick study. You each take your bag of tokens and counters and unfold the board between you. In the center is the crown of Revachon. Radiating outward are her colorful vessels, each one supplying some raw material desired by the suzerain. Apricots from Safre, archaeological treasures from Ilmarat, sugars from the Seminine Islands, and magenta cocaine from Supra Muindi and Sarah Maritza. There's also a neat little log to keep track of your progress, in case you need to put the game away and return to it later.
Oh, that's nice.
The lieutenant goes first. He draws a contract card and moves several of his workers to the Safre territory of the board, and the others to the Seminine Islands.
Alright, detective, your turn.
You have a few options available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away, or rearrange your workers to maximize production on future turns? Remember what the rulebook said. You'll want to choose a strategy early on and stay committed to it.
Let's let them rest for a while.
What? It's the very beginning of the game. Your workers haven't even done any work yet.
Okay, make them work a little.
That's more like it. You produce a handful of archaeological treasures and a smattering of other resources. Meanwhile, the lieutenant spends 2 of his sugar and 1 of his apricot tokens to complete his contract card. He is rewarded with 4 coins and a round wooden token that he places in the center of the board.
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points.
Let's just glower
The
silently.
lieutenant returns your baleful look with a satisfied grin. Come on, is that your game face? You're practically broadcasting your position to the lieutenant with that expression. Glancing over the board, you see several possible strategies. Pressing more workers into service would increase your economic output and help you to survive a possible conflict with the lieutenant. Or you could ignore your labor supply and focus on fulfilling contracts for points and resources. Those aren't your only options. You could also show your workers how much you appreciate them by investing some of that wealth in them. After all, they're the ones producing wealth for the suzerain.
Rhetoric, how does that even work?
Well, sure, you can do that. It's just not a terribly effective strategy, but then it's up to you.
Let's press more workers into service.
Using your powers of persuasion, you convince more workers to join your cause. After several turns, your worker tokens greatly outnumber the lieutenants. A vast army of expendable labor is at your command.
Let's take pity on their lives.
Too bad investing in your workers just isn't worth many points.
What do you mean?
Take a look at the scoring tables in the back. You see in Table 8C that investing in territorial infrastructure multiplies your final victory point total by 1, which is to say not at all. Whereas erecting monuments in Revachol gives you a multiplier of 5.
So you're saying the values of the ruling class are completely divorced from the well-being of the people who generate their wealth?
Yes, precisely.
Now it's the lieutenant's turn to respond. He moves aggressively onto the Safre territory. Soon, his workers are producing a steady supply of extremely valuable apricots. For several turns, you struggle to respond to the lieutenant's burgeoning apricot empire. Eventually, you relocate the majority of your workers to Supramuindi and Saramaritsa, where they begin producing a bumper crop of cocaine tokens. You draw a new contract card. According to the text, there's an aristocrat willing to trade a large supply of cocaine for a number of coins and access to a rare bonus. Amplified music worth 7 victory points. Oh yeah, baby. Cocaine and rock music go together like cocaine and rock music.
Thank you, electrochemistry. Very helpful.
You know, this isn't unlike the situation the historical Revacholian suzerainty faced in Safre in the middle of the last century.
Tell me more.
Well, the suzerain was looking for new markets for all the cocaine it was producing, and it settled on Safre. By introducing cocaine into Safre under exclusive contract, the suzerain created an extremely valuable captive market for an extremely addictive product.
That's fucked up.
If you could somehow get the lieutenant's workers addicted to your cocaine, you could not only make them less productive, you would also force the lieutenant to pay you for your cocaine tokens each turn.
Can you even do that?
Yes, you can. It's right there in the rules. You've reached a critical strategic juncture. How do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression?
That's rock and roll, baby.
It takes several turns, but you slowly begin accumulating the cocaine necessary to complete the contract. When you do, it practically rains cardboard coins on your side. Feels good, doesn't it? But you know what would feel even better.
You're going to say drugs, aren't you?
Drugs. Specifically uppers. You should find some the first chance you get. While you daydream about speed, the lieutenant has built himself a formidable economic engine of his own. The end game is upon you. How will you spend the vast resources you've acquired for the glory of the suzerain? Flipping through the manual, you find the most expensive structure in the game, the Revacholian victory column, worth 12 victory points. If you can successfully build it, victory would be all but assured. Alternatively, you could try launching a trade war to crush the lieutenant's economy, or you could blow all that money on a public education system for your worker tokens. The choice is yours.
Let's see. That's not gonna help. Let's go for the victory column.
Building the ultimate structure requires diligent economic planning, which you completely fail to do. Rather than build a glorious monument to Revachel's economic superiority, you have to settle for a handful of post offices and school for the blind.
A risky gambit, detective. Sorry it didn't pay off.
Guess I should have gone with a more consistent strategy.
That might have helped, yes. Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we?
Computing the final scores is almost a game unto itself. You each spend an inordinate amount of time making stacks of coins, consulting tables, and struggling with basic addition and multiplication. After double, then triple checking your maths, you have your final score. 15 victory points. The suzerain will not be impressed.
I've got 26 points. Don't be glum, detective. There's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again. Now, let's clean up and get back to work.
You hold the open game box before you.
F. But oh well. At least I burned 3 hours on that. Or 2. How do I still not have those thoughts finished though? Sir, what are you sitting around here for? God, Martinez is so goddamn small. I'm just gonna hit quick save. I don't want to save scum, but at the same time... Alright, what's up with this place?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
What about the empty card?
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Oh god, didn't think we would actually... Main hall whirling in rags. Why is there just a call box for the... I mean, none of these are really... What's in the main hall?
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid game.
Oh, for fuck's
She
sake.
thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
So, this is the police. Please open the door.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
The fuck? Alright. Let's stop playing with that, I guess. Meanwhile, Klasha just... Alright.
Fuck does Kuno care?
You know, I need the fridge.
Good thing the man's in a
Thought
rush.
you would.
But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
Let's convince the Kuno to spill the beans.
By killing in his territory, someone has openly challenged Kuno. It's in his best interest to put them in their place.
Some arrogant shit thinks he can kill in the Kuno's kingdom without asking the Kuno first? Sounds like lawlessness to me.
A dark flame smolders in Kuno's eyes as he ponders your argument. Wordless, like kings do.
This outlaw's fate is in your hands. Let's make an example of him. Help me locate him using fridge body technology.
Alright, Kuno hears ya. See that shit house over there?
The collapsed building with the bookstore. Yeah.
A cold comes over you as you glance behind him at the crumbling colossus there, casting a shadow on you.
Yes, I see it. The big tall one behind you.
You gotta get in that shit. In there, deep.
What do you mean, in there deep?
Check the fucking basement, pig. Don't you know anything? Always check the fucking basement, recon style. There's a giant fridge down there. Fucking will fit, no problem. It looks like a white bear or some shit. Try not to piss yourself when you see it.
A white bear? A polar bear?
How do I get in the building again?
Through the bookstore, you gotta beg the book bitch. Used to be you could get in there through the doorbell, jam that shit. Book bitch changed that. Kuno doesn't beg, so Kuno doesn't go there anymore.
Beg the book bitch?
Yeah, book bitch, beggar. You stupid or something?
He means the bookstore. We have to ask... Plaisance is the mother of the little girl peddling books on the plaza. We have to ask Plaisance in the store.
Impressive note-keeping, Lieutenant.
See, the clod gets it. Listen to your four-eyed friend.
Thank you.
You didn't hear it from Kuno, pig. But don't forget where you heard it from.
Kuno owns you now, pig. You're Kuno's property.
Alright, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
That's gonna be an interesting conversation. Who's that?
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
She's your aunt?
No, no, sir. She's a working woman who comes to look at the books a lot.
Why is she distressed?
I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
Okay, bye. See you around the net.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Alright, what can I use to help me convince her?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
I was told there's a huge fridge in the building's cellar. Can you leave me there?
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar.
That's suspect.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Let's pull open the curtains.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
Is this about the curse? Is that why you're afraid?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees. I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
I've heard there's a fridge there that I need.
Everybody suddenly needs something from there. Leave the curtains be. It's what it wants.
I really don't wanna, but at the same time... Alright, I'll think about it for a while.
Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, alright? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Okay, what the hell is going on here?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Why are you so uptight about those curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
She recites it like it's a poem, or like she's playing a role she's grown tired of. She's so tense, it's a miracle she hasn't snapped in half yet.
If it's just a storage room, then why does it have a Seminese ward protecting it?
Just for decoration. Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Wait, that's it? Ah, Annette mentioned that the previous tenants have experienced some financial troubles.
Not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real.
No, certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Well, farewell for now. Do I have anything that does drama? One day I will remember what options I have here, but it is not this day.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Alright, let's try and convince her.
Time to fire up the old lie machine.
I don't want to say all that.
Yes, you do.
No, it's really stupid.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
God damn it.
Hello again, sir.
Now what? Does the pawn shop owner know anything?
Hello again. How can I help you?
I don't want your
The
parole
blue
done.
boxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Let's stand on the tips of my
One
toes.
especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Let's not talk about that. That doesn't seem relevant at all.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets.
Oh, here's where it was.
Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
I had one that said that was about interfacing, didn't I? Guess not.
You see rows of
Let's
toy
dig up.
soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Let's dig up a truly cool figurine.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What is this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend. About a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Let's inspect the blue uniforms.
These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
But this looks like Rene, the old guy who was playing pétanque.
This is what the loyalists look like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
What exactly are these?
Which ones? Royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
What about the figures in rags?
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Jesus. I wish it was more nuanced. As it stands, I cannot comment.
I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But there are many parents among my customers.
Well, let's look at the knights.
You see rows of toy soldiers, big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
These are the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, right?
I used to be very serious about my Franco-Nigerian knights.
You had an interesting childhood, Kim.
You keep coming back. That's good of it. The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lot.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Can I ask you about my missing gem?
Sure thing.
Any idea where I could find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somewhere.
Guess not.
Sure
Thanks for the
thing.
review. What's in here again?
What a shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with antlers and immense Zweihanders.
How much are you selling this t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
Cool, I'll think about it.
You should.
I forgot how much of a chore getting through day 2 was. You don't have anything interesting to say, do you?
Try to sneak up on.
I figured. You wouldn't know anything interesting, do you? That's not. Okay, let's read the book again. Or the map.
The worn map features that your finger moved finally. An intricate web, it almost looks like the face of King Fleece.
There we go. Let's see what that does for me. And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him out in the snow, on the streets, in the shop on the corner, and finally in a matchbox house. Sitting by the window, white flowers on the windowsill. You can smell them from up here. It's awful. A white morning. Like mother and death, divorce, or something similar. All you can do is put more distance between you and him. Make him smaller, make him less you. Alright. That's extremely awkward.
The face of King Freecell smiles at you. For comrade, as you know, but only 4, so please, if you value our radical, you flip back to the front. This section, you all, whoa. Bear wrestling. It seems to be, according to this, of course not. According to the this is the SRV we're talking about. Precisely. For 2, you flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. It takes a moment. Why? As you leaf through, the main feature, though, is a long essay titled, This So-Called, you think you're instead, where to even, so, all of it, basically. And that precisely is what's problematic. At the end of the day, it's that, you see, one cannot avoid the conclusion.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your... Well, if I had to...
You flip back to the front of the magazine. Unsurprised, you skim. Finally, this must be Gaston's, the eternal prop. Thus, you flip back to the front of the magazine. Unsurprised, you skim. Finally, the eternal. Thus, you flip back to the front of the magazine. Unsurprisingly, you skim the headline.
Let's
Finally,
just keep reading
thus,
until
you flip back to
we actually get somewhere.
the bow collector. Sparks light her face, a delicate composition of triangles. The streets seem to grow longer, like in a dolly zoom. And there's something in the air as you stand there and wave back at the shapes growing smaller and smaller. Something that has always been there. A great see-through world. The tenderness you feel. The ghost of Revachol between you, carrying your signals. The holy messenger.
Alright.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
What's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
What's down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Etonite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
Run my fingers through my dampened hair.
Here is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
What's in the east?
The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Let's shake my shoulders.
You shudder, looking down at your feet. Dirty rainwater runs veins into the plaza's snow. Two green snakeskin shoes stand at attention on the mosaic paving of the plaza.
What's in the north?
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. The evening news.
And closer to here?
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Filthy water pools around a body. Droplets of rain slip from the dead man's cold cheeks.
What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
What's on the other side?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
Where the hood at?
At the brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
Why am I not there?
To be in Martinaise, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution fell.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
I'll look even further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition-era statics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
And what's below?
Collapsed storm drains, old sewage systems flooded with rainwater. Hidden weapon caches from the Revolution, doors leading down to Leroyam, the catacombs to which, for 3 centuries, they delivered the blue-blooded dead.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Oh, so I do get the XP for that. Not that it particularly helps, but
You see several packaged raincoats fill a colorful
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
honestly, I almost feel like I have to at this point. Would it even work? I don't think it would, actually. You know what? For science.
A colorful display.
Again, I'm
Give me the
not
cigarettes.
doing stuff.
Just to figure out what the route. How long has that door been highlighted?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
You know what? I said for science, so I'm sure the electrochemistry is happy. How do I actually use these?
There it is, a brave little army. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you.
Alright. Let's pull one out.
Picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent.
Light it up.
Get a load of this. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off.
Dip it in the flame and let's do this.
Smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back.
I think 18 usually. 3 sets of 6 is, I think.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Alright, so the bad news is that I mean, yeah. So the bad news is that didn't help. The good news is, technically, I could just put a point in drama now. Fuck it.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Alright, let's convince her again.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before.
Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I have returned from the VOD, a para-detective from a long line of para-detectives.
You're no para-detective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
You look like one. Hey now, hey. You need the booze to focus, alright? The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
I admit, I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
Your wards brought me here in the first place. The Seminese blood also runs through me.
You're part Seminese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate guides us. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
No problem whatsoever. Your family is safe. The phantoms are no match for me.
Promise, good officer. Then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
On my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the entity, for I have sensed its presence.
The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
What you discover? Probably just office space. And the damn fridge. Don't be scared.
I've had a few more questions about the curse.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people. Doesn't seem like the spell is working. There are no customers around except you.
There are hardly any customers in the store. Do you think it's really working?
Sir, I am well educated in the commercial and esoteric arts. I know what to do and what to avoid.
Maybe you should try to reconceptualize your business. Martinez doesn't look like the best place for a bookshop.
You're right. A bookstore wasn't even my original plan. I actually wanted to sell esoteric, paraphernalia to help to balance out this neighborhood's dark energies.
Great idea. What happened?
My husband suggested otherwise. He said it's less stupid, more appropriate, cultured and all that. But being cultured doesn't offer any protection against the curse, does it? Maybe I shouldn't have listened to him after all.
Never mind, I had other questions.
The woman before you.
Alright, let's check this out. Now that she's on board.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Hold open.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Alright. Flashlight on. Silhouettes of hairdryers. Vaguely androgynous portrait of a man.
Heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Let's unlock it.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. You feel the tiny hairs on the back of your neck rise up, as if someone's standing right behind you.
What is this feeling?
Outside, the wind howls in from across the bay. The building at Rue de Saint-Ghislain stands like a matchbox on its side, with men inside, like little wooden sticks, ready to catch fire. A panicking woman squeezes the pendant around her neck until it leaves a mark inside her palm. A man, a few meters away, stands frozen with a key in his hand. Somewhere inside, a spider is spinning its web.
Open the door and enter. This looks like a gym. Alright, game, what's up?
What is this place?
Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a ray of streetlight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house, nothing mysterious here. That is an expensive ass ball. Probably as heavy as shit too. All bars that look unsafe. Smells like leather and sweat. Blocked hallway. Mounted animals. I don't even know what a demijohn is. Some weird ass workshop. Money. More money. Well, at least the cigarettes paid for himself. Skis with slipstream.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotorblades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
But the question is, which did they start with and which did they pivot to?
That's a good question.
What a strange leap of imagination. And yet they still failed. How sad.
Reality is ruthless.
What does this say? Cubes like crisscross a filament screw. It's intricate structure covenant. Silver tape production schedule note. Filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer.
appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind?
But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers. This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Let's step away for now. Developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe.
Fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Cadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Hold on, how do I know what Cadran mosaic tiles are supposed to look like?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So we're dealing with something medical here.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
The cost of airwave alone must have been huge.
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Alright.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Let's inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin. And even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
Thank you, Trauma.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Let's examine the welkin.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
Jeez.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the well details.
So much effort.
Let's go back to this. Even more magnesium.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? This must be the fridge you were told about. Look inside. See if it's big enough for the corpse.
Let's crack open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Let's look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Let's take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
Somewhere in the past, it's summer. 5-year-old Fifette lets go of her mother's hand, change jingling in her pockets as she hops towards the ice cream stand right across the plaza.
So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Let's examine the ice cream wrapper.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
This is clearly the fridge. Looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Okay, let's do this. This won't look weird at all.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement, then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You have created an ice bear sarcophagus.
Behold, we have created an ice bear sarcophagus.
Talk of the ice bear sarcophagus must not leave this room.
We did our best with the means at our disposal.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Any of this give me empathy? I don't think it does, but let's just check to be sure. I don't know what this check's gonna do if I succeed, but let's try.
Still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
The fish lips stay silent in response. You must be losing your mind, asking him that over and over.
I told you, he is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
Alright, anything for perception? I must look so, inattentive having to check all this every time. Oh well.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Let's search a body one more time.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
Alright, what's this thing?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Let's look inside
It's
it.
dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice, or several voices, talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs, the echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying, or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure, Kim. No. That's not an awful game. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
I don't know why I would smear my hands with coal. Flashlight casts a strange skill. There's a hidden doorway. Two rusty rifles above the
A
piping.
few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Let's inspect the rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Straight up just a fucking gun. Nozzle fed.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Intercom wires. An insane mesh tank top. Money. And an exit.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Fuck it, what happens if I smear my
A
hands?
lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid.
Thanks, conceptualization. Let's yell into the furnace.
You muster all your strength and yell. Dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak. The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
Okay. So, one of these...
An old called East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
So, one of these buttons would presumably then lead to whoever's up there. Anyway, it's 9 now. At last. Let's go talk to our friend, in quotes. See if he has anything interesting to say. Hi.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
We found a key hidden under a stone. Was it yours?
It was mine. My friends use it from time to time to visit me. So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for, yes.
Beautiful. I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
By the way, I'm really digging the view here.
That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me, you do.
Very well, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
Nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Thanks, Perception.
Besides, I've got to run.
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Run where?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Only if you promise that we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
That's an entire goddamn level.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
He's always leaving. Why is he always leaving, Kim?
Who knows, detective? It's a mystery.
Let's go, Kim. We have to interview his Sunday friend. Alright. What's going on? Whatever that said, I can't read it.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible.
Have you
Go behind me.
have you actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Start from the beginning, if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Well done, detective.
Who are they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez. Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Were any of them huge? Like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
What happened next?
I went back inside.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men? Women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
What happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched the guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Those are all my questions. Thank you for your time.
Anything I can do to assist the RCM.
What's an official like you're doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stabilité. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
What is this international community?
La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
Enough business. Enough business. Let's talk about something else. Can you tell me about your friend?
My friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What are you doing in this apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
A baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby is crying.
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? Nobody becomes friends that way.
Oh, rare. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here. And my friend, too.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They enter negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
Oh God.
God, yes. Sweet standardization. The backbone of rationality and commerce.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
Okay, but like, what does it stand for?
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No, what do the letters stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
You don't even hear the words I'm saying, do you?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Is it going to be like this place here?
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Is Revachol going to be part of the EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Except that candidate members never become full members.
Did you say that candidate members never become real members?
No. Candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about it.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts?
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
You are a weirdo. I had something else in mind. Thanks, I've got all I need.
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Hold on, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Oh, I see. Thanks, Logic. I'm not going anywhere. I just want to take a look in this apartment.
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space. Let me know if you have any further questions.
Buckets of paint. A weird hat. Expensive men's perfume. Silk robe. Dishes, an ashtray. Underground party flyers, dates for open lectures.
Was there anything else? Of course.
No, I think I've got all I need. So, a weirdly quiet lynching. I'm guessing that's not going to be relevant for right now. You two are still here for some reason. Just out of curiosity. Now, would it have happened to have changed my...
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing.
Well, worth a shot. You assholes are still here? Hawthorn bushes outside.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Let's squint.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
Apparently it's not time yet, whatever the fuck that means. Let's look out the window.
Nothing. Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind in the yard doesn't reach the hawthorn, nor does the light come in from this window.
Alright.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
So your husband is some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
Thank you, Kim.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
That's all for now, ma'am. Let's not talk about it while Kim's here. Maybe turn in for the day. In general. See you in the morning. Now, I could check it. But well, so we're not singing karaoke. That's just not something we're doing. It's gonna take some time. I wonder if Cindy's still there. Now seems like a good time to talk to her. Yeah, and I guess I can also talk to Joyce now. Hey you, do you want to give me some...
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Cindy, I need some paint, and your brush too.
What for?
For art. It's for art, okay?
Well, if it's for art. But what kind of art are we talking about?
Everything is sad and shit, and we need art to make it okay. Just give me the brush.
Sounds like you're just about to live out your self-pity, not make a statement. I can't have shit art on my conscience.
Cool. Well, you crush a man's dreams like that. I hope you're happy.
There, Piggy. I guess art just isn't really you. 'Cause you suck in life and in everything.
Well, that was... So we won't talk about the murder, but maybe you can tell me something about the murder victim's missing armor?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art for the, body?
Ugh, alright. Sad Piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell.
Oh, thanks.
If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time!
And there's a little girl wearing the gloves there?
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
Alright, catch you later, Cindy. Let's see if I can talk her into explaining my intentions. Let's attempt to explain my intentions.
They do say the painter always paints his own portrait.
Man, that's lame.
No, it's great.
Fine, I'm going to paint a self-portrait, but sort of, you know, from the inside to show people what it's like.
That's pretty fucked up. Even for you, Piggo.
What if I had some interpretive dance?
I think everyone would rather you didn't.
Okay, I won't do that. Please just give me some paint and a brush. I need to do some art.
You're a real sad sack. You know that? Go ahead then. Art it up. Just try not to hurt yourself. And no self-portrait.
Thanks, Cindy.
But I'm all out of fuel oil.
You know what you should be able to find in your government-issued vehicle? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil.
Can't I just use paint?
Are you kidding me? Fuel oil is so much cooler. No way you're disfiguring that beautiful wall with something as pedestrian as ordinary paint.
I'm also not stealing Kim's fuel. Jesus Christ. Have a good night, Jen. You know what? You. Why don't you tell me what the Pale is?
You're back. Good. More
Got some
lessons in
questions.
basic reality?
No.
My
No.
favorite part of the day. Go ahead. Ask me anything.
Now that we're alone, what is Pale?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes, what is a Pale?
Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Wait, and what is an Isla?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And Insulinde is?
An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
Okay, and what is a Pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
The negation of being.
The negation of...
That's right. The negation of being.
If we're surrounded by Pale, how do you get from Isla to Isla?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost. Or having our minds damaged.
Are we suddenly in 40k? What is happening? What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
Is it here?
No, Detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
And there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called Porch Collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
The Pale can damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
Who says and who argues?
Who says and who argues?
The logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue.
What does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more.
You're not a civilian passenger.
No, nameless
detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entreprenetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale Transit annually.
Are you over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
What is Entreprenetic?
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of Grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super E Solar. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
Did they cross it, the Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What has Entreprenetics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft?
Hybrid airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
And if we do not?
Then they don't.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
How much Pale is there compared to the world?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how? To our detriment, or...?
What do you think, detective?
It's growing. There's more and more of the Pale.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
Cover everything? That can't be. Where would we go?
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Alright, let's return to reality, please.
Sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
I sometimes sense fake shadows of a past, and it's not good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
Oh god. Why, let's not make it randomly political. It's kind of terrifying to hear about.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, detective. If you don't know even this, then...
Yes, I'm in serious trouble here.
Your colleague, Lieutenant Kisaragi, is competent. I checked up on him. And you have me. I will try to assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
Well, that's all for now, Miss Messier. Honestly, that kind of shocked me. I didn't think this world had the fucking warp in it.
mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's big.
Let's just turn in.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Go to fuck to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Alright.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
Thank you, Logic.
But this suffering, it must have some kind of meaning. A story that will come out of it. Perhaps even a story that you will write yourself.
I think I need magical attention.
Oh, yes. They'll check you out, give you some pills, make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Well, I'm looking at people all the time. I like people.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Put on your prettiest face for the masses.
Thank you, Drama.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Let's look out.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Alright, let's leave.
The door is closed.
Good morning, Kim. Where are you two?
You look like shit.
The last couple of days have been rough.
Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face. He might be wearing a disguise.
Kim, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Okay then, see you around.
That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing?
Hey, your voice, I recognize it.
Oh, really? I wonder where.
I lost my badge recently. When I called in to report it missing, you were there.
That's the where you remember me from?
Kind of. I have a bit of memory trouble.
You don't say. Goodbye then. The voice thing was a coincidence. Run along, asshole.
Fuck you too, dude.
Again?
He might be wearing a disguise.
Cool shades. Are you wearing a disguise?
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click. It's not happening though. Who is this guy?
Alright, let's try to figure it out.
There's something that binds you to him. Some kind of an outfit, maybe. A uniform.
Animal control. A firefighter's uniform?
Exactamundo.
I don't think he's a firefighter. I'm not gonna ask that.
You don't have to. You can talk about anything you want. The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Alright, I'm leaving. Fucks up with you two. Is it time yet?
Behind the dock workers.
Guess not. You have anything interesting to say?
Hi, Gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Hi.
Hi. So what brings you here?
Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh, yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
Your Sunday friend, the witness.
No, I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Is he one of the people in there? Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thanks for the information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
You were right. He was magical. Magically bureaucratic.
I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
Why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, Gendarme. He can always return.
Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does a Sunday friend mean?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
I see. I don't want to talk about other people.
What about me, gendarme?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I live here. I live here. My room's right upstairs.
Convenient. But what are you doing here? Talking to me. Bye-bye, gendarme.
I don't know. Let's see if I can put on any composure stuff. If you're tired of me going through that stuff over and over again, I am sorry. I don't know what to do about it either.
Hi again, gendarme.
It's the sports. He's a sports guy, all about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Alright. So when does the waterway open?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque.
Let's pull it up.
You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
That is not...
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
What do I have available to me? Map wall, measure head again. Messier. I'm not gonna force a fucking trash container, Jesus Christ. Not gonna force a water door either. Let's see what happens if I improve my perception.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
One more time.
You touch the dead man's body.
It'll come to you sooner or later.
Do I double down? Fuck it.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What's this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Squeeze his nose?
You pick it between your fingers. The mess is even larger than your nose. Very porous, somehow. Like it's about to pop. Keep crawling, lest you break it.
Just put my fingers in his mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
Let's open my eyes.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Abrasion collar.
Abrasion collar.
Let's touch it.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put my finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Brainstem?
Yes, that's what this part is called.
Let's feel around.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Push deeper.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. This is what he used to regulate his emotions with.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin.
Let's inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack. A protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
I feel a solid spot right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Let's fish it out.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
slowly pull it out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
Drop it in. This dude was shot!
In the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Can I have it?
Of course. You've earned it. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right.
Opinion? Fatal injury.
Agreed.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion? Non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
The treatment?
Treatment, officer, is an attempt to manipulate the body after death, to hide the real cause with a false cause. In this case, this injury here.
The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone, it was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
You think so?
I did not just come up with this. I've had my doubts since you showed me the tracks, officer. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him? There is no satisfactory explanation. There have been other signs too. Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
I mean, we know this didn't happen because the bureaucrat would have said it. Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do
To
this?
hide something. The real killer, the real motivation, what really happened here.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
You'll be gone? What should I do in the meantime?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
Thank you, Kim. I should have done this 15 minutes later, but... let's not try to remove his boots. To be honest, I don't care about the boots. Let's bag him.
Alright. There go those beautiful enamel boots. May they rest in processing. Oh well, in another lifetime.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Let's drag him to the motor. Drag him to the motor carriage. Alright. Now, I didn't completely investigate the game room. I'm willing to bet this has something to do with,
The dusty radio computer sleeps on its wired frame, forgotten and unused. Its keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
That's turned on.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside.
It's empty, like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
What happens if I press play?
Nothing
Print.
happens.
Press play?
Nothing happens. Something's missing. There's no tape in the player.
Press play again.
Nothing happened. Something's missing. There's no tape in the player.
Insert the tape.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Play it.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
Ah, right. Thanks for the explanation.
That was a quest. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
I don't know the password.
Proceed. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
And what's that, this interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
What are you, a machine? Or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do, Fortress Accident.
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
What happens if I press print?
Nothing happens.
Okay. Nothing. Makes sense.
Your flashlight slides over an old green. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Let's inspect the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. The full text reads, Heat Death of the Universe is the new black. Another note says, the biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Let's keep reading.
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region. Looks like they didn't make it. A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, see the prod schedule filament for details.
And then inspect the
photo
photos.
collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine. A much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, the heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe.
mean, at the risk of saying...
This old fireplace, the whole thing resembles Cadran mosaic.
At the risk of trying something...
Still the speaker.
Good morning. Fortress accident. Please repeat.
Let's try the password.
Please repeat the password.
Password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint?
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
This is the police. Please open this thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder Fortress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament. Now, can you please repeat the password?
Is it my birthday?
Still no.
I don't know.
Received.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are
Something tells me that the fucking password is gonna be related to the riddle book. Or I could come up here. Hey, look, a postcard. And shoes.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
Hello? I yelled, but it didn't work.
Again, your voice becomes a raspy croak mid-sentence. It's silent in the abandoned office building. No one answers you.
God damn it, fine, I'll fucking drink.
Think of the yelling into the furnace as a grand performance. Use your chest voice, not your head voice. Sing from the diaphragm. Perhaps it's not such a bad idea. Try.
Thank you, drama? I didn't know yelling was so difficult.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Hello? Wait, hang on.
A thick layer of coal
Hello?
dust covers the furnace, coloring something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello? Are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
you hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Now I'm kind of curious what the hell is going on in here. Hi. Dice? Candy dispenser? Are you still working on the goddamn RPG?
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of dye are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Hold on, what do you mean by milieus?
Yes, a Milieu is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
No, I was looking for something else. Answers.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites.
How has nobody noticed this woman in here?
No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Seriously? You've got a great view of the courtyard and you didn't see or hear anything Sunday night?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
I just realized that drama keeps calling me sire. And you never took your eyes off the work to look out of the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
This person values focus above all. She keeps her sharp sight on the instruments before her.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
I see. Thank you for your answer.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Okay, I'd like to... How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind. Rats scuttle in the dark rooms, under the abandoned blow dryers and dusty mannequins. Cobwebs cover rotors and radio computers alike. So much failure.
There used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. It's not about the haircut, it's about the confidence.
I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have any opinions on hairstyles.
Me neither. I just want it off my face.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies.
You mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Who was Artemita?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Judging from the kids I've met so far, it didn't really work out, did it?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known it. It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milieu. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff milieu?
Cocaine, encyclopedia, it's cocaine.
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Cool, very cool about the debris, but what's a snuff milieu?
It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims.
Oh geez, that is so much worse.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that. As if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
I was hoping it was just, something you sniff, but that is so much worse.
What does she mean to get off on it?
Wait, people do that?
People do that. I believe the ICP got them. They have a special division that deals exclusively with sub-Rosas.
It's the Copopedia reporting in. ICP stands for International Collaboration Police.
Thank you, Copopedia.
In any case, I don't think it's your job to worry about what happens on milieu. I probably shouldn't have even mentioned it. Things like that are better forgotten.
Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw monks lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
But what drugs exactly?
I need to know what drugs he was doing for my police report.
He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Eventually, they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful.
Even you can probably do better than that.
Thank you, electrochemistry. I found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights activists? What in the name of?
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Making clothes out of beetle wings is a terrible idea.
At least it had some spark to it. Most young designers just combine lace with leather and call it original.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving.
Anything else?
What's with the rollerblades and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Interesting. What do these transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns. But Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those keys and blades are still lying around in the house.
To be honest, I don't know how much of this is just the developer's actual...
Why return them? Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over v0.0. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked
Not the
great.
wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
Anything else?
There was a weird taxidermy bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revershow ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
I am scared.
What were the other ideas?
Alright, what about the other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
Honestly, that sounds like it could work.
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
I see the problem.
Victor does the same thing.
I know a girl just like that. She works in Fritta as a cashier and she's not particularly friendly.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Ravenshaw ICT. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
I should probably unplug that fridge.
Eventually, Ravenshaw ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
The bear was scary. Every time I saw that bear, I felt scared, like it could come alive any moment now.
The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool.
Megatherion?
Megatherion, a mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
I don't do drugs.
Very good. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all.
We're not talking about the fucking cigarettes.
Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Little sparkling embers under the window. Outside it's light. Light scatters from the low-hanging cloud cover. There's always the threat of snow.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
I found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
So you're telling me that the doorbell with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
I have a few more questions about the building.
Sure, I'm listening.
Why can I...
I'm pretty sure. I'm listening.
Actually, I had other questions.
I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the Doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Wait, how do you explain what happened to all those companies then?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There's hardly any customers and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. Yeah.
Alright. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on, the whirling is part of the Doomed commercial area?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
Yes, but it's still a separate building.
And then there's me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
I'll be the first to admit there are many inconsistencies in this so-called curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Do I have anything with shivers? What's on the fridge?
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper.
Actually,
the kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Actually, let's put it away for now.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
So why hasn't her business failed?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
I'm not gonna start taking my clothes off. Jesus, shivers, calm down.
She's begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief. The tool's sharp edge shining in the light of her desk lamp.
I would like to buy a die.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
I don't actually know what die I want.
How about an amber die?
I just got an achievement for apologizing. Amber? Poor man's gold.
Who told you amber was cheap? It's beautiful, really. And for 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
I'll need to think about it.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
I need some more time to think about it.
Take a look around, see if anything inspires you.
I just got an achievement for apologizing 10 times. I didn't think the sorry cough thing was that literal. Alright. I think while I still have access to it, I should probably go to my room. If I still have access to it. Also, I should probably unplug that fridge.
2 cables are plugged into an electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Where does the black cable go?
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Alright, the ice cream machine.
This
Let's
is
take a
not the
bath.
cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. That soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
Let's take a bath.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons.
Alright,
The water
we don't have
is
to see this.
overflowing, but
Thank
still
God.
comforting, like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies.
Take those out, man. Jesus Christ.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub. They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them acute enough to focus on.
Let's imagine something.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature.
Linger a little.
Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools.
And now get out.
The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
And with that, I think that's a good point to stop. So I'm gonna ask Trial my bot for my script and head to the main menu. Let's see. Let's just drop you off at an audience, it's fine. If you're a regular in my chat, you know who Nadian is. If not, Nadian's a cool person. She's playing Dune Awakening at the moment. In any case, I would like to thank everyone who came and watched me today. I would like to thank Phelan and the Elusive Aubergine Man for keeping me company today. Have fun with Nadian, have a nice night, and as always, don't be a stranger, because that... Good night.